I don't see the Conservative Party changing its stance on Ukraine. The bigger question for me is what will be the effects of the support for Ukraine? The fact that the Brits are supporting the Ukrainians in their hour of need is noble and completely understandable. But exactly what sort of support is this? There doesn't seem to have been a strategy in terms of supporting Ukraine, except to pump it full of weapons and then see what happens next. And so far, 4 months into this war, we're seeing what's happening, and that's that the Russians are slowly gaining ground. The Johnson cabinet has also been at the forefront of piling on sanctions onto Russia, but which is also, again, understandable on the one hand, but you would expect politicians to think of the second and third moves in any geopolitical game. And so far, what we've seen is that the sanctions have boomeranged most painfully against the Europeans, less so the Americans, but the Europeans. And so Johnson found himself in the middle of a worsening economic situation in Great Britain that did not start because of the Ukrainian war, but that the sanctions and the Russian response to them have made more severe. And I still do not see any kind of plan to actually steer this situation out towards peace, because when it came to attempts to negotiate by the Ukrainians with the Russians, it sounds from statements from Ukrainian politicians that the British were, Johnson personally, was at the forefront of blocking those negotiations in the hope of having the Ukrainians win back territory and negotiate from a position of strength. That's not happening yet. We'll see what happens in the future.